Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you are fine and doing well. We are going to again to learn something about the environmental microbiology and public health. In continuation of our previous lecture, we were talking about the health effects of air pollution. Uh, we know very well that air is the most important component of our environment, and if air is good, the health of the individuals who are living over there, their health will be automatically good. If air quality is not good, it contains various type of pollutants, microorganisms, and other things. Air quality will be bad. What will happen then? Consequently, the people who are living over there and inhaling from that environment, they will suffer in various diseases, especially related to lungs. So, in continuation of our previous classes, we are going to talk again in lecture number 35. So, here we can see health effects of the air pollution. In previous class, we were talking about carbon monoxide, and here we are talking about the ozone. Because the developed countries they have set a standard for the air quality if the different type of pollutants and they have categorized different pollutants if concentration of one pollutant increases in environment that then they are going to take precautionary and certain steps to stop the pollution of that particular pollutant from that environment. Or they are informing to their citizens and their public to be to try to be safe from that condition. Okay. The causes of ozone are atmospheric and photochemical reactions which are leading to the formation of ozone in environment. Reactants, hydrocarbons, nitrogen oxides, and NACAS, it made some standard, if you will see over here. 0.08 ppm or 80 ppb for 8 years average, it is okay. If 0.12 ppm or 120 ppb for 1 hour average in atmosphere ozone concentration. Okay. If concentration exceeds from this concentration of ozone, then it have negative impacts on public health. So what will be if concentration of ozone will increase from its permissible limits in a particular environment? What will be to the citizen? The people who are taking breath over there in that environment, they will suffer in acute health effects. Severe ear, nose, throat irritation. What will severe irritations will be in nose, in ear, in throat. Eyes irritation at 100 ppb of ozone. It starts from 100 ppb. Interferes with lung function. If ozone concentration will exceed from a permissible limit or for longer time any individual will be in exposure of the higher ozone concentration, their lungs will be damaged. Coughing at 2 ppm ozone, it starts from, it is little concentration, low concentration. Chronic health effects, its effects are irreversible, accelerated to lung disease. And ozone is also useful for some things. If you will see over here, ozone. We are adding ozone for oxygen. Uh, we are adding ozone in food substances and in water to kill the microorganisms. Because after killing microorganisms, after some time, ozone converts into oxygen and water. Therefore, globally, it is recommended in industries where people need sterile environment without any chemical. So ozone is good in edible substances because after some time it converts into water and oxygen. So nextly, if you will see over here, okay, for criteria air pollutants, nitrogen oxides. These are also gases which are generated due to human anthropogenic activities into environment. If concentration of certain gases exceeds from the limits from permissible limits, these are also causing negative impacts on public health. And these are produced from the fuel combustion at high temperature. Wherever the industries which are there, if some any industry where fuel is burned or combustion at high temperature, nitrous oxides will be produced from there. Mostly it produced from mobile and stationary combustion sources. Prolonged exposure to the public, it will cause pulmonary fibrosis, emphysema, and higher lower respiratory tract illness in children. So if concentration will increase in environment and public will take breath in that, it will cause fibrosis in lungs, will cause emphysema and higher lower respiratory tract illness in children. And national ambient air quality standards are saying that annual average 0.053 ppm as NO2. It is acceptable. Toxic effect is at 10 to 30 ppm. If concentration will be from 10 to 30 ppm, it will cause negative effects on public health. Nose and eye irritations will be, lung tissue will be damaged, and pulmonary edema or swelling will be, bronchitis will be, and defense mechanism also will be collapsed and reduced. It can cause pneumonia in the public who's living at there where nitrous oxide concentrations are too much and average existing heart disease. Aggravate existing heart disease, sometimes it can lead at higher concentration to heart disease. So we should be clear that the cases which we are here talking, and if the concentration of these probability cases concentration will increase into the environment, it will cause negative impacts on public health. If it is in within limit, it is good, it is okay, but air should be clean for a healthy society and healthy environment. Now we will see the sulfur. Sulfur oxides. Sulfur generates from burning fuels that contain sulfur. Such fuels which containing sulfur molecules in it, if you are burning certain compounds that will produce sulfur dioxide and sulfur gases in environment. Uh, so it generates from electric power generation houses, diesel trucks, and gas and a particular particulate phase. Soluble and absorbed by respiratory system. So it have a big problem. When sulfur dioxide or sulfur oxides are present in air, and someone will take breath in that environment, it will go into the lungs and it will be absorbed in respiratory system. Oh, very dangerous. So NOx, National Ambient Air Quality Standards of America are saying that 0.14 ppm for 24-hour average. It is okay. It is acceptable. It will not cause so much problem. But short-term intermittent exposure, it will cause to the bronchoconstriction, temporary breathing difficulty, ear, nose, and throat irritation will be can be due to this, and mucus secretion. It will damage the mucus layer because it will absorb into the mucus layer and mucus will can be released. Long-term exposure, respiratory illness. If people will live in certain environment where sulfur oxide concentration is higher in that environment, or there is a regular and continuous source of emission of the sulfur oxides, so people living over there, they will cause the people will suffer in respiratory illness. Aggravate existing heart disease. It can lead insufficient in presence of particulate matter, intensified in presence of particulate matter. London killer smoke health effect as well, combustion of the two air pollution, so sulfur dioxide and aerosol particles. Sometimes it is called smoke killer smoke. Okay, another thing is lead. NACAS agency of the Environmental Pollution Control Agency, they have set criteria of the lead concentration because the lead is also a part of the environment. It comes through burning of fuels that contain lead. When we are burning any fuel that contain lead, if you will burn certain molecules with small particles of carbon and lead, they will go into the environment and will live for longer time in the environment. And someone will take a breath over there, lead will go into the lungs of that particular one. Furthermore, these metal processing units also are a source of the emitting of lead into the environment. Waste incineration sites uh, are also a source of the lead emission into the environment. Lead smelters and paints which we are using at home, those are also contain lead. This lead, when it is present in air, when it will go into blood through lungs, a diffusion absorbed into blood similar to calcium and 1.5 milligram per meter cube lead quarterly average, it is acceptable. And these things are also emission cause children in regions to have lower IQ and brain effects. Environmental Protection Agency engineer in charge of the cleanup at this site accumulates in blood, bones, muscle, and fat. So it is dangerous if lead concentration is higher in the environment due to human anthropogenic activities which are caused, such as vehicles, different uh, vehicles which are burning fuels, incineration sites, preparing we are painting and producing paints, that all things contain lead, then it will go into the air, it will lead, it will absorb in blood through lungs. So it will reduce the IQ system and it will accumulate in blood such like calcium. It will accumulate in bones and muscle. It damages organs, kidney, liver, brain, reproductive system, and bone. Brain and nervous system, such mental retardation, behavioral disorder, memory loss, memory problems, mood change. Young children, lower IQ learning disabilities, heart and blood, high blood pressure, and increased heart disease, chronic poisoning, post. So we have to keep our ear clean. If lead will go into the ear by different sources which you mentioned over here, through these activities, if the concentration will increase from this, so what will happen? These all problems are expected and humans are uh, connected with this thing, with lead. So we have to be careful about the lead. Uh, We will talk in our next class about air quality index. So if you will see here, when anything, when it is in concentration is at higher in environment in air, it is negatively influencing the public health. We have studied ozone concentration in air. If concentration of ozone will increase in air, it will cause negative impacts in human in terms of irritation of eyes, nose, and gradually it can damage the lungs with prolonged exposure. And nitrogenous gases, nitrous oxides, which are released from environment by different human activities, they are also causing severe health issues. Similarly, sulfur dioxide, sulfur gases which are releasing from environment by human activities, when the concentration of sulfur persistently higher in environment for longer time, it will affect the human health. Similarly, the lead concentration, if the concentration of lead, which is going into the air by different human activities through vehicles, through combustion sites, through industries, and it is concentration, it will live for air for longer time. So what will happen? The public which is taking breath over there, it will be absorbed into blood and will accumulate in skin, in bones, in fat, in muscle and very uh, so it can badly affect the public and individuals who are living over here. So up to this class, have a nice time and maybe I hope you will understand.